Nick Drake was a singer-songwriter who's created music that's become loved around the world. Along with his haunting and emotional vocals, his use of alternate tunings was part of what made his sound unique. By using unusual alternate tunings, he could create chords and arpeggios which couldn't easily be achieved with standard tuning. I'm going to show you 5 of his most used tunings and the songs that he used them on. So the first tuning I'm going to show you is EADEBE. So from standard tuning, EADGBE, you're just going to tune down the 3rd string, so that's the G. So I'll get an E note and tune that down. You can also use a tuner, obviously. So when you play this tuning open, it creates a E suspended chord. You've got 3 E notes, which gives a drone effect as well. So one of his most famous songs, Road, uses this tuning. I'll play some similar notes. So another song which he uses this tune in is Voice from the Mountain. Whereas Road is a bit more meditative, Voice from the Mountain is a bit more driving with strumming, so a different use of the tuning. So you've got like... So some chords like that. So this next tuning is CGCFCE. So Nick Drake used this on another of his most famous songs, Pink Moon. So you've got the drone of the C's in there, which is quite important. So CGCFCE. So you need to tune down to a C, down to a G, down to a C, down to an F. And then this one will go up from B to a C on the 2nd string, and then the E stays the same as standard tuning. And it's a very sort of lush, drony kind of sound. So on Pink Moon he uses a capo on the 2nd fret. I'm just going to play it with no capo. So another song on the Pink Moon album, Parasite, used this tuning. So on the record he used a capo on the 3rd fret. Again, I'm just going to play it without a capo. So it's something like... So the next tuning we're going to do now is EAD F sharp BE. So again, quite easy to get to from standard tuning. So you've got EADGBE. So the 3rd string, the G string, you'll need to tune down to F sharp. So again, use a tuner, or if you find an F sharp note. So one of his songs that uses this tuning is Cello Song. He's got a capo on the 6th fret for that song. Got a chord which starts a bit like this. And he uses these minor chords, like very kind of mysterious, Nick Drake-ish. He also uses this tune in his song The Thoughts of Mary Jane, also using a capo on the 6th fret. And it's got some arpeggios kind of like this. So another tuning he used was BEBEBE. So that's, so you tune in the 6th string way down to B, and then 5th string to E, 4th string to B as well, and then 3rd string to E, and then you keep the bottom two 1st and 2nd strings at B and E like in standard tuning. So it creates a deep resonant chord when you play it open. So you use this on songs like Northern Sky. You've got a chord kind of like. So he used the capo on the 4th fret, playing some chords kind of like. He used some similar chords on his song Fly as well, so it's something like. Everything just sounds really nice in this tuning. Same tuning as well on the song Harvest Breed, same again with the capo on the 4th, so it goes something a bit like. So this next tune is BBDGBE, so the bottom 4 strings keep the same as standard tuning. So you've got the D, G, B, E, and then the 6th and the 5th string are tuned down to B. So the 6th string is tuned down to B, and then the 5th string is tuned up from A to B. So he uses this tuning on the song Fruit Tree, using a capo on the 5th fret, so it sounds a bit like. He also used the tuning on the song 3 Hours, so it uses chords and fingerpicking kind of like this. So this next tuning is GGDGBD, so you've got very low G and then G on the 5th string, so that'll be down from the A. And then the D is the same as standard tuning, G is the same as standard tuning, also the B, and then the 1st string, which is usually E, tuned down to D. So one of the songs he used this tuning on was Rider on the Wheel, so it sounds a bit like. So he also uses this tuning on the song Black Eyed Dog. He's mainly using the bottom 3 strings on that song, using harmonics on the 12th fret. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.